Get to know a blogger asks your favorite neighborhood blogger a series of seemingly random questions. The equally random and unrehearsed answers are posted below. Naturally, we start with the darling of Blogville, SLIDERX. Yes, we are doing all the easy ones first. Thanks for noticing. Disclaimer, no actual bloggers were harmed during these Q&A sessions.
Huh, what?
At the outset, all new blog review would like to thank you for the courage it no doubt takes to submit to this torture, probing process, scrutiny, that's it, scrutiny, and apologize in advance.
Hem. Is there a question?
I'm so overwhelmed by the fact this is actually happening, I'm momentarily rendered speechless.
So, what am I supposed to do meanwhile? This is costing me money.
Sorry. Okay, here we go. How does it feel to be the first man to be interviewed by the all-new blog review?
First? What about Hal, and what's his name?
Hal is celestial. He who must not be named is Satan. You're the first human. The readers are divided as to the significance of your screen name. Some think that Slider has baseball roots, others are convinced it refers to the White Castle imitation sandwich. Third group yet insists it's a Chinese exercise program. All the meanwhile, the ladies are convinced it's because of the smooth way you have with the Ferro sax. Which one is it?
It's a mounting system.
A mounting system?
Yeah, it's a piece of hardware for deck mounting.
And by deck you mean your
Outdoor construction made of coniferous tree lumber, treated or untreated.
slot or Phillips?
Talks.
What's wrong with the combo drive?
It's cheap. It strips out the screw head after repeated use.
And by screw head and stripping you mean?
I mean, speaking for Mrs. Slider and myself, we really have no interest in soft swap, full swap or meeting anyone right now.
Can you talk about how you lost your interest in playing?
Well, speaking for myself now, it's been said that all LL women look alike. And the longer I'm on LL, the longer I read the blogs and the forum posts, the more I'm beginning to see how cyclical everything is. And after a couple of cycles you kinda know what's gonna happen next, you know?
You mean me?
Sure, why not?
We're new to the whole scene, so no. No, we don't. What about your wife?
Hey now. What about my wife?
Put your fists down, man. I mean, what about Mrs. Slider? Is she fed up with playing too? And is it the blogs with her too?
No, she really doesn't read the stuff. She doesn't get the blogs, and neither do I, but she really hates the forum. She thinks it's just nasty. Whenever she accidentally reads something mean in there, she's turned off for, like, a week.
Gotcha. What about perving profiles?
I don't do that anymore, it's too boring. And she's always disappointed by how few pics there are of the male halves, and how out of shape they are, if we ever get to meet them. I guess, you can say I've spoiled her.
You've spoiled her for other men?
And maybe a few women too.
What about just meeting new people? You know, not for sex, just for fun.
That involves just so much prep work. Getting ready, getting dressed, coming down from our mountain. It's a huge time drain. I hate LA.
What about just meeting new people? You know, not for sex, just for fun.
That involves just so much prep work. Getting ready, getting dressed, coming down from our mountain. It's a huge time drain. I hate LA.
The smog, the pretentiousness,
and the traffic. I can walk to anywhere I need to get to here. Except the jobs. Then I got to drive.
What do you drive?
Asshole.
Sorry?
You're an asshole. You know what I drive.
But other people don't. The newer bloggers. I'm asking for them. I can't interview myself, you know. So I have to ask.
F-250 4x4.
And?
A Subaru.
Cross country?
Subaru doesn't make cross countries. But it's paid for. They both are.
You need the 4x4 or all-wheel drive to come down from your mountain with about half the time. When the winter starts, is it tough to navigate a trailer with all the lumber?
I try to schedule my jobs so that hauling lumber doesn't happen too much during the snow months. But yeah, sometimes there's no winning. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Mortise and tenon or drill bit in dowel.
I nail the bitch.
Miter or half lap.
Miter. Miter.
Dovetails, half blind or through.
Finger.
We have to talk about sunsets. At some point.
Yes. Yes. If we must.
Is there anything more romantic than a sunset in the mountains?
If there is, I haven't seen it.
Long walks on the beach.
Medical waste and celebrities. Have you even been to Venice?
Venice, Italy? Yes. It's lovely, but really stinks in the summer. Piazza.
No, Venice Beach.
Yeah, we used to come up to Whiskey Go-Go and Rose's ice cream way back when they were open. It's in bygone era now. Oh, and Gold's Gym, of course.
It's a pit. Venice Beach is the asshole of the universe.
Speaking of assholes, how come you take your blogs down? Is it because of assholes?
I don't like leaving my personal information hanging around out there for other people to misuse it. You know, there's all kinds of folks out there, Samar. Well, you're new. You'll learn. You will see what I mean.
But you posted in the first place.
Yeah, sometimes against my better judgment. Some stuff belongs in our private locked pics, but not out there in the blog land. You know?
Sorta. I'm still trying to figure it out. The personal information from your blog can be copied and saved, right?
Yeah, and that's why I erase it. Before some folks can get a chance to steal it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all. I'm saying some.
Some bloggers began posting the disclaimers and copyright information at the bottom of their blogs. Have you thought about protecting your intellectual property that way?
No.
I mean, for your photos, you could do a watermark, like LL suggests, especially if you fear theft. Are you afraid people will steal your photos and misuse them?
Let's talk about something else.
What are your views on intellectual property rights?
Are you serious?
Yes. You know, copying albums, downloading free movies and CDs, piracy and protections.
I haven't given it much thought. But I guess, if you make stuff and own rights to it, you gotta protect yourself. So that's pretty cool.
As tired as you are of Blogville and the forum, we really appreciate you taking the time to spend with us and bare your soul. You certainly have given us a lot to think about. On a personal note, I also have to add that you are certainly the best behaved and the least violent of all our interviewees to date.
I'm a man of peace.
Thank you and peace out.
Peace.